Factsverse presents. The secrets Dan Blocker kept while filming Bonanza have left fans reeling. Bonanza was a really popular TV show from 1959 to 1973. You can still watch the show on reruns all over the world today. The show followed the lives of the Cartwright family and was led by Ben Cartwright, the father. Ben and his sons operated the Ponderosa Ranch near Virginia City, Nevada. While defending their ranch, the family would also help the people of the town. Bonanza was the longest-running Western series in history, with 431 episodes over 14 years. If you were a fan of the show, you might think you know everything there is to know about it, but the secrets that Dan Blocker kept while filming Bonanza have left some fans reeling. Lorne Greene was a Canadian actor and musician. He played the role of Ben Cartwright, the father on the show. In 2007, TV Guide listed his character as the second favorite father in TV history. He died in 1987 when he was 72 years old due to complications of pneumonia. When Bonanza ended, he appeared in many TV shows and movies. Bonanza's producer, David Dortort, has a specific vision of what he wanted the show to look like. At the time, most TV shows had fathers that were dim-witted and were managed by their wives. David wanted something different. He wanted people to admire Ben as a father figure. Rather than a 30-minute episode, which was common during those days, he wanted the show to run for a full hour. David believed it would be the best way to really explore the character. Observant fans of the show know that the characters on Bonanza always wore the same clothes. By using the same wardrobe all the time, it allowed the crew to use stock footage if they needed to. It also cut down on production costs. Despite this, it was one of the most expensive shows to make back then. Michael Landon is probably best known for his role on Little House on the Prairie. Before playing the patriarch of the Ingalls family, though, he played Little Joe on Bonanza. After a successful career as an actor, writer, director, and producer, Michael Landon died of cancer in 1991 at the age of 51. Michael Landon was actually born Eugene Maurice Orowitz. He wanted his stage name to be Michael Lane, but another actor had already registered that name with the Screen Actors Guild. So he went through the phone book in search of a name and he came across a listing for Alf Landon. Well, this was when Michael Landon was born. All of the actors on the show could do more than just act. Most of them could also sing. The four Cartwrights contributed to a Christmas album called Christmas at the Ponderosa. Lorne Greene recorded a single called Ringo, which was a massive hit in the U.S. and Canada. Pernell Roberts played the oldest son, Adam Cartwright. In addition to starring in Bonanza, he also guest starred on over 60 different TV series. Pernell worked on Bonanza for 6 years, and after leaving the show, he did stage work and he starred in other TV programs. He retired from acting in the 1990s. In 2010, he died after a battle with cancer at the age of 81. Viewers were surprised when Pernell left the show after only 6 years. Those who knew him well knew that Pernell hated the politics and the lack of regarding intelligence in the writing of the show. Although the show had very high ratings in 1965, he left. He said he understood that he threw away $1 million, but his emotional well-being was more important. He says that the job was just unpleasant and he never regretted ever leaving. The show inspired restaurant chains Ponderosa Steakhouse and Bonanza Steakhouse. Bonanza cast member Dan Blocker created them. He opened the first Bonanza Steakhouse restaurant in 1965 in Kokomo, Indiana. The chain expanded from the U.S. and into Canada. Currently, the chain is owned by the Metro Media Restaurant Group. Victor Sang played the Cartwright family's chef. And in real life, Victor was an accomplished chef. When the show ended, he made money by appearing on cooking shows. In 1974, he wrote the book The Great Walk Cookbook. When David Dortort thought about what he wanted the show to look like, he actually pictured it as an Old West version of the legend of King Arthur. His vision for the show had Ben Cartwright as King Arthur and his sons as his Knights of the Round Table. The show played out like that in many ways. Ben guided and led his sons through life, the way King Arthur did with his knights. Dan Blocker played the middle son, Hoss Cartwright. He was sweet, gullible, and a bit dim-witted. This is the exact opposite of Dan. Before getting into acting, he earned his master's degree and worked as a teacher. Sadly, Dan passed away in 1972 at the age of 43. He passed only 19 days before they were scheduled to shoot the 1972-1973 season. Subscribe for more.